Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Ami. I am a family nurse practitioner, and on this channel you see me talk about nursing and mental health, as that is one of my passion. You see me talk a little bit about motherhood. You also see videos on braiding hair tutorials, as I do braid my own hair. You see some video topics on my journey to financial freedom, which a lot of it involves student loans and just other consumer debts, but most of it is student loans. And also you hear me talk a little bit about weight loss journey, and with COVID and everything else, it just hasn't made it very easy to lose weight. And working from home right now, it's not helping at all. So just trying to be healthy, a little bit healthy, and it's a process that it's still in progress. So if this is something that you're interested in, that you're also working on, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment down below and like this video. Today's topic, I wanted to talk to you guys about a career field that a lot of people may know about but may be sleeping on, and especially with COVID and everything else that's been going on lately, where you have a lot of people or still don't have jobs. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about a career path that it doesn't really take that long to acquire. The pay is pretty decent, guaranteed job, and just overall it's a win-win, and that is a CNA. So in this video, I'm going to cover topics on what is a CNA, how long does it take for you to become a CNA, and how much are you expected to get paid, where can you work as a CNA, and what are your other benefits if you're a CNA. So what is a CNA? A CNA is a certified nursing assistant. Another name that people usually use is PCT, patient care technician, PCA, and different terms depending on where you live in the United States. People use different terms for it. And what it is an individual that acquires certification to be able to care for people basic needs. The basic needs meaning grooming, bathing, feeding, just providing self-care for people and overall. And how can you become a CNA? So personally myself, I started off as a CNA. So when I was in high school, and I think some high school is still offering this. So I went to school in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And in high school, they actually offer us the opportunity to become a CNA, and it was part of our curriculum. So certain times of the day, we'll leave school and go to what they call VOTEC. It's a technical school. And so we'll go over there, we'll do the classroom aspect of the course, and then later on go to the nursing home, where we get to talk to really cute old people that just, some of them might be confused sometimes. They tell you the same stories, and I really enjoyed it, being a CNA. And I knew that I always wanted to work in the healthcare field and become a nurse. So I was like, that was more of a segue for me to kind of get a feel of what it's like. So you have some people that are able to get it through the high school like I did, and you don't have to pay for anything. And actually my high school at the time, I did so well that I got a scholarship from that program to pay for some of my tuition when I was in college. I think they did that for 2 years. So don't sleep on that, guys. If you're in high school, look into that and see if your school offers that. Another option would be, there's some jobs that actually offer that, like especially nursing homes. For me, I currently live in North Dakota, and I know some of the nursing homes here do offer that option where they pay for the school for you, and then you just have to work for them. For me, that's like a win-win. It's like, you pay, I don't have to pay for school, and you are going to offer me a job, and you're going to pay me. It's like, it's a win-win, honestly, guys. So that's another option. And also some of the local colleges in North Dakota, especially NDSCS, does offer that program where it's like a 6 weeks course, and the way they do it is like you have the opportunity to go for morning classes, which is like around 8 a.m. or later in the day, maybe around 4 to 6 p.m. So it gives you options, as let's say if you still have a job and you're still looking for a career change, you still have the options to keep your job and continue on to get the certifications that you might end up getting paid more than what you were already getting paid. Okay, so those are just a couple of ways that you can go about acquiring it. And the cost that I found online for NDSCS, it was like in the 500s for the class itself, and that includes textbooks and stuff like that that comes with it. And then you have the test itself, that's about $180, I believe. And again, some of the jobs, if they offer it, guys, take that opportunity and get that done, so that way you don't have to pay money out of your pocket. Okay, and then some of the schools, the only thing that they require that you have is a PPD. So that's a skin test that you complete to test for tuberculosis, just because that's more of an airborne disease, and you're going to be around individuals that already have maybe a slightly decreased immune system, or just even individuals that don't have a decreased immune system. They want to make sure that you're healthy and you don't have a contagious disease that can be transferred to someone else. So that's why they usually let you get the PPD. So that's the main thing that I know that was the case for when I was trying to get my CNA, and the research that I also did online. So now we're gonna move on to where can you work as a CNA? Pretty much endless opportunities. So you can literally work in the hospital, which also gives you the option to either work in critical care, in med surg, so many different facilities, so many different units that you can work in while working in the hospital as a CNA. Or you can choose to work in a nursing home, where you get to have conversations with older adults and sometimes younger adults, depending on if you work in a transitional care unit. Or you can do home health, where you go into people's places and provide them the care that they need, or a clinic. So you have so many different opportunities that you can't get bored. Let's say if you get tired of working in the hospital because it's more fast-paced, you can go work in a nursing home, or you can go work in the clinic, or home health aid, where you make your own hours, and pretty much you have the options. And the best thing about being a CNA is that you definitely do have options. That brings me to my next point, is the pay. Of course, because a lot of people, the reason why we get jobs is not because we just want to get jobs. It's because we want to make money, okay? So pay-wise, it ranges anywhere from like $10, $12 an hour. And I know some people that get paid up to $20 an hour. Actually, when I was in nursing school for my undergrad, this was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I was working in the hospital as a CNA. I was getting paid up to $18, $19 an hour. When I tell you guys, I really questioned finishing nursing school because it was so hard already. And to me, that was like a lot of money, like $18, $19 an hour. Sometimes when I used to get pulled to different units in the hospital, they would actually give you sometimes maybe $5 extra an hour because you get pulled to a different place. So for me, making $19, $20 and up an hour, like that is like unheard of at that time. And I really I think it was because I was really close to being done. So I was just like, you know what, let me just finish this nursing thing. But yeah, so that's really, really good money. And depending on the states that you're in, some states, such as in Pennsylvania, they seem to pay more, at least when I used to live there. They seems to pay more in the hospital than like outpatient, such as nursing homes or other places. So just kind of check with where you're at. In North Dakota, I've seen, it seems like they pay more in outpatients, such as nursing homes, than they pay in the hospitals. And I've seen pay as low as $12 an hour, $13 an hour, and I've seen pays as high as up to $20 an hour, depending on your experience as well. So they take a lot of that into consideration, and also where you're working. So that's pretty decent. You have some people that do have a bachelor's degree that don't even make that much money. Up to they make less than $20 an hour for something that you can get a certification for, and that only takes about 6 weeks, and you complete it, and to be able to get paid that much amount of money, to me, I feel as though that's a really, really great idea. And the last thing that I wanted to point out, one of the benefits of being a CNA is you actually get the chance to move up in life and move up in your career field if you want to. And let's say, for example, if you're someone that holds a bachelor's degree in, or not even any degree in, and used to work in a different field, and because of COVID, now you're not able to work in that field anymore, and you're struggling to find a job, I will say give the CNA thing a shot and see how it goes. Maybe you ended up loving it. And let's say if you do get the certification, and you work there, and then we get rid of this whole COVID situation and job market get better again, you can always go back to what you were doing before. Now you just have a different type of experience under your belt that could probably be helpful in your in where you're working at. Because whenever you're working in a field where you're dealing with people, you always bound to have experience in which you can use in different aspects of your life. So, and one of the good things too about being a CNA is just the fact that you're able to move up in life. For example, that's what I did. I was a CNA in high school. When I finished high school, I worked as a CNA in a nursing home. I went on to college and I became a registered nurse. I had my RN-BSN, worked for about a few years, and then I went back to school and I got my doctorate in nursing. So you have room to grow in your career field. And then if you just want to be a CNA and that's what you enjoy doing, that's perfectly fine. And one of the major things too is the job security. Like, you can never have too many CNAs. You can never have too many nurses. You can never have too many doctors. And it's crazy because it doesn't matter what the economy does. A lot of the times, the health people that work in the healthcare field almost always have a job, and that gives you a sense of security. So just overall, if you are struggling right now to get a job or whatever the case might be, look into that. Look into your own state and see what opportunities that they have, or there are certain jobs that are offering that, schools wise and things like that, or there are schools that are offering that. Or if you're in high school, check it out and see what's being offered currently. Because people, like, overall the country needs CNAs, we need nurses, we need doctors. So there can never be too many of them, especially in our current state. And people are actually having pretty decent incentives for working, especially with COVID right now, where some people get sick and have to be out. So then they're given more incentives for people that are CNAs or that work in the healthcare field to work more hours than they usually would. And that just decreases a lot of stress, especially with financial stress that a lot of people are going through. So make sure you check it out. It doesn't take long at all. It can take as little as 6 weeks. Pay is great. And you get the opportunity to work in a field where you actually get to make a difference. And you're able to move up in your career path if you choose to. So comment down below and let me know if you're already a CNA, if you enjoy being a CNA, if you've been thinking about being a CNA, or if you need any other information that pertains to being a CNA. Comment down below and I'll sure respond to your comment. If you find this video to be helpful, please make sure you like the video, subscribe if you've already have not done so. And again, I hope this video is helpful to someone, and you guys have a great day. And please make sure you be kind to one another and stay positive. Until next time, thank you so much again for watching this video. Take care, guys.